Because I was waiting on the recap video. I got it, so I have it. Trying to take a look at it. Pretty much it's all the copy that you gave me last week. I just had it on hold because I was waiting for the email or the video.
How do they enter to get that? The free gift card?
Enter. You have to join Dr. Phillips Local. So that both of these links for that.
I forgot we were doing that. And then free health and wellness. Okay, that's great. I think he does a lot of promotion to people that are engaged. Because,
definitely.
Because it just keeps the audience tight, and it just gets hotter and hotter and hotter as they engage more and more and more.
The zip codes. So really, these are the ones.
Okay, go to this quarter.
I don't know. Oh, it doesn't have them. Okay.
All right, and then those are your zip codes. Don't scale out because it'll change.
Yeah.
See, you just moved it, and the zip code's changed, so you can't do that. So you got to go back to the home.
And
reset.
Pops up first. Okay.
You just don't want to change the map because the map is already set. Right. So go to quarter. Right. Now, a lot of that's already done for you because there's a story around the Kennedy page, so you don't have to do it you don't have to overkill. But if you could soften it just a little bit to tie in, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, because what I know, the trend with most of these is that it talks about, so color is not going to be an option for self-fill, but there's color pretty much for all of them. But it's kind of what it is and then what we suggest. So
Okay. I just want you to know the spirit of what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
It's and then tie it into whatever videos, and wherever we don't have a video, add it to our next agenda, and then make sure that any other pages that we have that could use a video is augmented to that list. So we have a nice little.
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah. Let's just round out the website. Make sure there's any missing pages have that content. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's really just two videos that stood out to me, at least it's commercial and self-fill.
It's perfect.
So the others
but I think we did a commercial with remember because we're doing the June buggy.
Well, that was more.
What?
That was more sidewalk, but I don't think that was.
But he states in that video, you might know us for doing small loads, but we also do commercial.
Yeah.
So that was a great video for that page.
So I put that as a sidewalk video. So
but we do a sidewalk video way in the past.
Right.
What I suggest you do is just get that first set of zip codes.
Okay.
Don't worry about anything else.
Yeah, that's what I have.
So maybe go back to. Oh, you did? Okay, good.
Yeah, I was just showing you how far the reach it gets to.
Oh man, it's amazing, and it goes up the I-4 corridor.
I was about to say, it's northeast Orlando, somewhere in Parkridge. That's like our second biggest zip code. Makes no sense.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
Hey, Brian. So, I feel like you own Orlando. Like, you have this really niche ownership of the community, and I think a lot of it comes from your hotel background, your hospitality background.
Absolutely.
Okay, you have a great pulse on the traffic. Can you talk about how you know that, how you can
Because I pick bags up for a living. That's how I started my hotel career. I actually unloaded bags from car trunks, put them on a bell cart, and check the guest in. And when that slows down, you feel it. Or when it changes from a corporate customer to a family of 6 unloading Disney, paraphernalia, it's a lot different than the one baggers jumping out of the airplane with their roller bag. So you see the trends very quickly. And in living here, my dad moved us here in 1979 to work for Disney. I remember one of my first memories getting off the airplane at the old McCoy Airport was going straight to Disney at midnight. We got off an 11 o'clock flight or something, went straight to Disney. It was after hours, and my mom and dad and my sister were sitting there on Main Street. It was closed, obviously, but all the lights were on. And I remember my mom looking at my dad saying, "This might not have been a bad idea moving here." So I grew up, with the idea that there's attendance, that goes up and down. There's hotel occupancy that goes up and down. But the nice thing about Orlando is we have a balanced attack. We have conventions going on at certain parts of the year, and then when that kind of dries up because everybody goes back to their homes or goes on vacation, and then we have the families that roll in, and they kind of fill a hole for a while, and then we have what we call a shoulder season, which in the hotel business just simply means it's a transition from one season to the next, which I call September. And maybe some people disagree with me, but I always thought September was the lowest occupancy month, or at least that's what Marriott drilled home in our minds, maybe because I was at a convention hotel, and it's absolutely the lowest occupancy for convention hotels, just because school's back and people are preoccupied. But we transition and flow. So understanding those flows as a small business owner in this community, or even a large business owner, are very important because you have compression. So as there's more, let's say there's 300,000 doctors here, or maybe that's too many, maybe there's 60,000 doctors here for a convention. Being aware of that is very important because they may not dine in your restaurant, but they're certainly dining somewhere, which is going to create compression for your restaurant. So be aware that you might need to staff for that, or if you're thinking marketing, maybe you need to be on your marketing during that time so that you can actualize that traffic. So it's very important to know the market you're in. It's very important that you stay up to the trends, and in hospitality it's easy because we're looking at occupancy or attendance at theme parks or air flight into Orlando or out of Orlando. These things are or cruise terminal traffic at the port, which is the closest port to Orlando. It's Disney's Beach, Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach. Just seeing that traffic, but Orlando, we're blessed. We're blessed, and it's important to focus on it. So.
Do you have like a good story of a time that you really felt like I'm sure it happens all the time, but where you felt like your knowledge of the industry and of like the traffic flow really helped you?
Well, when I became a small business owner myself, I knew that when the small business owner got tight, they didn't pay me. So I knew real quickly that it must be a slow season for them because their invoices were slow, and they're slow because they weren't making the money. So we knew we either had to adjust our marketing down during those periods, or we needed to go help that customer make more during that downtime so they could pay our invoice. So I used to have a hard time breathing in the summer because I was on pins and needles whether the invoices would be paid. Today, we've been able, through understanding the market, help our customers. We just had a customer here 10 minutes ago tell us he's up, 40% year over year for July, which has historically been one of his lowest months. And that's because we're building audience and we're converting engaged people, and he's able to and he's deploying a lot more resources. Let's be candid. He's spending more money on marketing, but he's also seeing it actualize, and that's the fun part. But I think that understanding the market, he wanted to pull back. He came to us and said, we're going into slow season historically, we're going to be pulling back. And I looked at him and I said, I hear you, but I don't know if I can do that. And we didn't. And he's telling us he's up 40% because we did not. Had we did, it might not have been the same result. But then today in this meeting, he wants to do the same thing as I told him, prepare for the rainy day that's about to approach in this shoulder season we're entering. But I don't see it that way. I think we got to continue the momentum because we're up, so that when the season does return, which it's coming, and I always joke, my birthday is September 8th, and the next day it cools off, and boom, we're right into season again. We want to be there, as my friend, and I won't mention who it is, but he says, when the business returns, be in an athletic position so you can take as much as you can get. You don't want to be the guy in the cash fund vault. What is that hurricane, that cash machine? It's like going everywhere and you're just sitting there scrambling. You want to be like, you want to have a bag and just be like, because you're in position, and that means you've been working diligently through the slow, grinding your way to 40% up in your lowest month, and then the demand is back and boom, you're on fire. That's what we do.